Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixie Land. My name is Amy. I'm an ordained minister. We are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we will be through next year. Well, this year. Next year, we go into 2026 is KJV. So, in this video, that we are in Genesis. We are in chapter 26, and it's verses 1 through 35, and we are going to read the whole chapter. If you're interested in the KJV, and that's the only thing you want to hear about, Facebook page, all of 2024, all the Proverbs, with my little weird cliff notes that my brain does, like modern advice, if you will, how it applies to our world. And remember, Proverbs is just things to remember, good little golden rules, if you will. Think of them as like your spiritual post notes. They're all available on the Facebook page, which has the exact same name as this YouTube channel, so feel free to explore. So Genesis chapter 26, Isaac and Abimelech, because remember, Pops left, Pops died, right? So Abraham died, so now Isaac has to make a deal with the king, because Abraham was giving tribute to the king, so now it's Isaac's turn. Chapter 26, verse 1. Now, there was famine in the land, besides the earlier famine in Abraham's time. And Isaac went to Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, in Gerar. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you to live. Stay in this land for a while, and I will be with you, and I will bless you. For you and your descendants I will give all these lands, and I will confirm the oath I swear by your father Abraham. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all the lands through your offspring." Or seed. All nations of the earth will be blessed. But Abraham obeyed me and kept my requirements and my commands and my decrees and my laws. So Isaac stayed in Gerar. He didn't leave. When the men of that place asked him about his wife, he said, "She is my sister," because he was afraid to say, "She was my wife." He thought, the men of this place might kill me on the account of Rebekah because she is beautiful. So that same crap his father was doing. When Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, looked down from the window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She really is your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" Isaac answered him, "Because I thought I might lose my life on account of her." Then Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the men might well have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." He's like, "You're not fooling me. Your dad did this trick. Your dad did this trick too." Like, here's an idea, though, guys. Maybe don't think that killing somebody and just taking their wives is an acceptable thing to do in society. Maybe tell your guys, you can't do that. If they're married, leave them alone. So Abimelech gave orders to all of the people. Anyone who molests this man or his wife will surely be put to death. Like, we're not dealing with this. Okay? Isaac planted crops in that land, and in the same year reaped 100-fold, because the Lord blessed him. The man became rich, and his wealth continued to grow until he became very wealthy. He had so many flocks and herds and servants that the Philistines envied him. So all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up, filling them with earth. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, "Move away from us. You've become too powerful for us." So Isaac moved away from there and encamped in the valley of Gerar and settled there. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the time of his father Abraham, which the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died, and he gave them the same name his father had given them. Okay. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and discovered a well of fresh water there, but the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdmen and said, "The water is ours." So the well was named Isik, meaning dispute. Okay. because they disputed with him. Then they dug another well, but they quarreled over that one also. So he named it Sitna, means opposition. He moved on from there and dug another well, and no one quarreled over it. He named it Rehoboth, which means room, saying, "Now the Lord has given us room, and we will flourish in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba. That night the Lord appeared to him and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and will increase the number of your descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham." Isaac built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord. There he pitched his tent, and there his servants dug a well. Meanwhile, Abimelech had come to him from Gerar with Ahuzzath, 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 his personal advisor, and Pilcol, Picol, Pilco, the commander of his forces. Isaac asked them, "Why have you come to me, since you were hostile to me and sent me away?" They answered, "We saw clearly that the Lord was with you, so we said, there ought to be sworn agreement between us, between you and us. Let us make a treaty with you, so that you will do us no harm, just as we did not molest you, but always treated you well and sent you away in peace. And now you are blessed by the Lord." Isaac then made a feast for them, and they ate and drank. Early the next morning, the men swore an oath to each other. Then Isaac sent them away, and he left them in peace. That day, Isaac's servants came and told him about the well they had dug. They said, "We found water." He called it Sitbah. Means oath or 7. On this day, the name of the town has been, and to this day the name of the town has been Beersheba. Beersheba does exist, yes. Beersheba meaning the well of the oath or the well of 7. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and also Basemath, Basemath, like base and math. Basemath, daughter of Elon the Hittite, and they were a source of grief to Isaac and Rebekah. So not so. They didn't really like it. Didn't really like these daughters-in-laws. But, also Esau's a grown man. So let's keep that in mind. Sometimes our grown children make choices without really, caring what we have to say. And that's they're grown-ups. Let them do what they're going to do. But sometimes that's the way it works. They make these choices and we're just like, great. All right. Now we find a way through because that's what we do. So until the Psalms, my friends.